Today we'll be making the butternut squash Alfredo gnocchi. Let's start with preparing the ingredients. First we need to prep the butternut squash by tossing with olive oil and some salt. Okay, so we're gonna toss this. You actually want the olive oil in here because it's going to make the butternut squash a lot softer, and that is the texture that you want for butternut squash. You don't want it, just taste like carrots. Okay, you want them to be a little softer. Okay, then and now we need to stem and coarsely chop the kale. So all we want is the leaves. Okay, we don't want this stem. Here. So here's the ingredients we have prepared so far: the cream sauce, the chopped kale stemmed, the gnocchi, the fried onions, and garlic salt. Okay, and the butternut squash that are about to be baked, and the cheese. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees and we're going to roast the squash in the oven for about 22 to 24 minutes. Next up, we need to cook the gnocchi. Place a large non-stick pan, medium heat, and spray with some olive oil and add the gnocchi. Stir occasionally and cook for about 4 to 6 minutes, and you can cover to make it quicker. Transfer to a plate when done. The last major step that we have is to cook the sauce. Basically start with the kale. Cook the kale and stir occasionally for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then we can add in the cream base, about a quarter cup of water, some salt and pepper, and garlic pepper as well, and stir until combined for about 1 minute. Then we add the gnocchi back into the pan and also take the butternut squash out of the oven and add those into the pan as well. Stir everything constantly for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then we're getting ready to plate the dish. This, I think, is a super healthy dish because of the kale, which is high quality fiber, and also the gnocchi, which is very crunchy as well. Make sure that we top with the cheese and the crispy onions and also red peppers as well. Bon appetit! By the way, my wife thought this dish was too close to a vegetarian dish, and therefore she had a bit of kind of ground beef on the side for herself. So, that's probably what you should do as well if you're into meat. But this dish is super healthy as is with the kale and squash. Recipe courtesy of Home Chef. This is butternut squash Alfredo gnocchi. It took me about 35 minutes. I would think it's a rather simple dish.